Welcome back. After understanding the types of a sentence, the second thing we have to deal with is the structure of a sentence. Here we have simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences, and compound, complex, or multiple sentences. To understand the structure of a sentence, first we have to clear the concept of a clause. What is clause and what is dependent clause and what is independent clause? A clause is a group of words that contain subject and verb. There are two types of clause. Independent clause makes sense on its own as a sentence, while dependent clause or subordinate clause does not make sense on its own as a sentence. It always needs a main clause to make a sense. What is the difference between phrase and clause? Void of subject and verb combination is a phrase. There is no subject and verb combination in phrase, while clause is made up of subject and verb combination. And a phrase is a small group of words that adds meaning to the sentence. There are 5 different kinds of phrases: noun phrase, verb phrase, adverb phrase, adjective phrase, and prepositional phrase based on parts of speech. Now we understand that phrase is void of subject and verb combination, whereas clause includes subject and verb combination. Here is the example of independent and dependent clause. I went to school. It's an independent clause. It is making sense on its own as a sentence. And the second one is, although I was not feeling well, I went to school. Although I was not feeling well, it is an dependent clause. It is dependent on the main clause. It needs another main clause to make a complete sense. So here we add another main clause, I went to school, to make a complete sentence that makes a sense. Here I add two more examples. Jane ate pasta. Now it's a complete independent clause. Because she was hungry, it's dependent clause or subordinate clause. Now see the next sentence. After he finished school. Now it is not making a complete sentence. So we add here a independent clause to make it complete. Sam went to the park after he finished school. Now the concept of clause is clear. So we move towards the structure of a sentence. How to make a simple, compound, and complex sentences. A simple sentence has only one subject and one predicate. For example, the moon was bright, we could see our way. Here the two sentences are simple and complete. The next is the compound sentence. A compound sentence has two independent clauses joined with coordinating conjunction. The moon was bright and we could see our way. And is the coordinating conjunction that is joining the two independent clauses. Here the two simple sentences are joined by coordinating conjunction and make a compound sentence. The third one is the complex sentence. A complex sentence consists of one main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. For example, as the players advanced into the ground, the people said they would not allow them to play. Now there are three clauses in the sentence. The people said it is the main clause or principal clause. As the player advanced into the ground, it is a subordinate adverb clause. They would not allow them to fight. It is the subordinate noun clause. Now here we see that two subordinate clauses are joined with one main clause to make a complex sentence. If one sentence is a main clause and the other is subordinate, then it is also a complex sentence. There can be one or more subordinate clauses to make a complex sentence. Now the fourth one is compound complex sentence. We can also say it multiple sentences that we often use in our daily language. A compound complex sentence contains two or more independent or principal clauses and one or more dependent clause or subordinate clause that is linked with coordinating conjunction. For example, I woke up in the morning. It is a main clause and it is the coordinating conjunction. I brushed my teeth. It is again a main clause even though everyone else was sleeping. Now it is the subordinate clause. Now this complex sentence is made up with two main clauses combining with coordinating conjunction, and the third one is the subordinate clause. So I have differentiated the clauses by giving them different colors, and I hope you understand it. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more videos.